Do you feel, and this is more or less a yes or no, but if you want to throw an explanation behind it, that would be great. Do you feel that in some ways you have kind of created some of the momentum for this stuff with things, and let me give some specific examples, with things like the contest that you had asking people to rant about why they didn't like your record, or with things like the phone throwing thing, or some of the interview stuff where you're talking about, the size of your dick and everything else, I mean, some of the crazier things that have been said in the last 6 months certainly bring attention to you. You know what I mean?
I talked about the size of my dick.
There's one interview out there where you said something about the stereotypical man's penis size or something.
Oh, what's that?
I don't know. It's an alarm.
Well, I'm not familiar with that interview.
Okay, there was one. There was one out there that made a lot of news.
Oh, well, interesting. The phone throwing thing. Maybe I should point out that happens a lot. In the frenzy of a concert, there's all kinds of activity that happens with the front row. And it's a metal show. It's rough. It's chaotic. It's intense. And that particular situation, I grabbed the guy's phone, took a picture, and then tossed it back to him, but he missed it because the lights were in his eyes. And he was actually in our meet and greet after the show, and we were laughing about it. And I said, "Oh man, I'm sorry. Did your phone get damaged?" Oh, he said, "Don't worry about it. It's no big deal."
Sure.
It's actually really funny. But because we're in this, court case, and there's a group of people that are interested in trying to create sides, they just ran with this thing, and tried to make it look like make me look bad. But I don't think I look bad at all. My God,
Okay.
No big deal. The guy was laughing. We were happy. We had drinks backstage.
Sure, definitely.
What was the other one that you mentioned?
What was the other one? There was the cell phone throwing one. There was there's a lot of the press, different stuff going on, and the contest itself that you did with the asking people to rant about why they didn't like the record.
Oh, I thought that was funny. That was hilarious. Yeah. Well, I think that was an idea that Temi Sui from my record company came up with, and actually it was really a fun contest. In the winter, we flew out to Seattle, and he was at the show with his wife on Saturday, and got to spend a couple days in Seattle seeing the sights. They had great weather, and came to the show, was backstage, and had a great time. But the contest itself was hilarious to me.
Sure.
The so-called critiques that people were, submitting. I mean, how do you critique art?
Right.
You can't. I mean, you end up sounding like an idiot. And especially when you say something like, "It sucks." That's not a critique.
Right.
That's an idiot talking.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Now,
you can quote me on that, Chris. You can
right.
quote me on that.
I've got it. That's an idiot talking. That'll be the headline tomorrow in the press.